And here's another way to do multi-time frame analysis. That's what we were talking about. And in this case, you just have the four charts with the time frames: 30, 60, 240, and daily. And it's the same chart. You could look and you can see on the 240, TSR is going up. The 200 SMA is going up. 30, same thing, both going up. 60, same thing, both going up. And daily, I'd have to say that was going up, and that's going up. So you can at a glance, and you can have other indicators on here also. So you could look at it just poof, kind of like, and you could see everything. That's not my preferred method. I'm really not a big chart watcher. I don't like looking at charts and staring at them and all that. Uh, so uh, we have I do it differently, but this will work. The My issue with it is, what if I wanted to go to the Euro USD? Well, I got to change this one, I got to change that one, got to change this, and then square them all up again and get the things right. And it's a little bit on a pain side for me. So we have, I'm sure you've seen them before, you will have it now, these scripts that will change the time frames for you. Let's see here, Alt C. Well, it's supposed to change time frames. Now, okay. On this, I can just, if I want to change them all, if I wanted to look at the, say, Swiss JPY, okay, Shift C, H, F, J, P, Y, little X. One reason why, this here is one reason why I have to have so many computers. I just cannot trade different brokers on the same computer. When I write code specifically for Think Markets, which is what this is, it doesn't work with 8cap, and it doesn't work with Onanda. And it gets confusing beyond belief for me. So I have, like this computer right here is Think 1. This is Think, and it's the number one account with Think Markets. And then I'll have an 8cap, 1, 2, or 3, whatever it is. Onanda, go Z and Onanda's. And so each computer, each account has its own computer, and that keeps everything nice and separate, and the code is specifically for that broker. So I'm going to have to show you, the point of all that was, I'm going to have to show you how to edit this code. You need to learn how to edit code, and this is easy code to learn on right here. So it says sim. I put in Swiss JPY. You know how that's got to go in capitals. In this case, it's got to be a little X. And if I click this, okay, it changes them all to Swiss JPY. So you can see all that. Well, you can call me lazy, but even that's a little too much for me. Alt C. You see these here, Euro USD, X, GBP, AUD, all like that, false, 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 false. What I'd rather do is, just say for instance, I wanted to look at the GBP, JPY. If I turn that to true, it's false now, turn it to true, it'll change them all to GBP, JPY. And that's where I'm going to have to show you, well, did I change it to true? I must not have. And that's where I'm going to have to show you how to change this code to match your broker. If you just type it in the sim line up there, then you're okay. But if you use the little quick connect, so to speak, you'll have to edit that. Here it is. Post all this code on our enivids site. This is Think Markets. I have to have an X. If it was 8cap, I'd have to have an I. If it was Onanda, it'd just be Euro USD. So just know what your symbols are, and it's real easy. You just pull it up in the metadata editor, and in the case, let's say we were making this for Onanda, I'd take out that X. And what this is saying, you remember all those falses? This is saying, I've changed this in the little false thing. Let's say I set it to true. It's saying, this code is saying, if the Euro USD is true, if we change it to true, then the symbol is EUR USD. Now suppose it was false, and suppose we changed the GBP USD to true. Well, of course, I'd have to take the X out for Ananda. It would change them all to that. So, and it's a little, it's a kind of a labor-saving thing, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Lazy thing, if you want to look at it that way. But I just don't want to have to type in 5 or 6, however many letters, 6 or 7 every time, and I don't want to have to remember them. I want them because, and that might sound funny, but 8cap says NDX 100, Think Market says NAS 100, NAS 100. They use different things, and I don't want to have to sit there and remember symbols from 5 different brokers, so I kind of pre-populate them and just put true false. That's, it's nothing. You're not going to blow anything up, and if something goes haywire, just ask us over there on enivids site. And the rest of this is just this. If you know what it is, you'll know what it is. It's not sending orders. All it's doing is changing charts. That's it. The chart symbols. And I think that should be enough changing. I got to recompile this. And I'll post all that code there. But it's nothing to it. It's easy. And it's just another way to look multi-time frame. Darn what that thing did. 240. Just another way to look at multi-time frame and verify. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. But that's what we were talking about. And that's enough talking.